Field of creativity. Who knows string theory? I know that's like a random kind of thing, but like who knows kind of string theory? So here's the thing. String theory, I really loved the idea of, I'm going to use my post-it drawings. So if we understand that air isn't like nothing, right? There's atoms in all the air. There are molecules, there are patterns, there are dots, there are things, everything is happening. So if it's, instead we imagine like air is water, it helps us remember and realize that nothing is disconnected. We often take air for granted and think there is more separation in all the things than there actually is. Okay. But if we understand that everything is like a grid, right? Like there's all these dots of matter and particles, and there's all of this space between, everything is connected by these strings, these webs, like it's all interconnected, but not just in three-dimensional space, interdimensionally, fifth dimensionally. There's the portals, right? That we talked about in the money class. It's like every like these are just coming up to me. Like these flowers hold a frequency that if we get intoxicated, if we get drawn into them, just the scent, the essence of a flower can shift and put us into a portal that changes our entire frequency. So one way to understand string theory is that there are these strings that connect us to all of these different timelines that are here and available for us now. So some things, when we're talking about a quantum shift is much more dramatic. But there's so many timelines that are accessible in this moment that are connected through these strings right here, right now, that we don't need a quantum jump for. What our subconscious seeks what it knows, what's familiar. So our subconscious is drawing from our past experience and looking for the timeline that feels most coherent, most similar to the past. Our subconscious is looking for the resonance that creates what feels the same, So for us to be more conscious in our embodiment and in our choice, for us to be more empowered in free will, which people argue isn't true because they don't have power, is to understand that we choose based on how we desire to feel. We choose based on what we desire to create. We choose based on what the highest timeline for all in this moment is. But to do that, we have to have our brain firing off in the field of creativity. We have to get creative. Our imagination has to be activated and alive. If our imagination is not active and alive, we're going to autopilot. But we don't need a big quantum shift in order to elevate our frequency, in order to shift a timeline. We can shift timelines with every single breath we take. It's just shifting a frequency. What traps us is thinking that our past is what determines where we are and where we are going. It does not. We determine where we are and where we are going.